Am I the number one YouTube autograph collector? Find out on today's episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the studio. Welcome back once again. Anybody new on the show? I am an in-person autograph collector. That's right. In-person means get them at a show in person. You know, you're seeing it signed in front of you, which I did for many years back in the 80s. Or in person, just at a ballpark, outside the ballpark, at a hotel, airport. I've done this with celebrities and baseball players, and most of my collection is for free. All right, for free. I didn't pay for an autograph in years, other than something like this, like a Hall of Fame autograph where it's signed afterwards, like Joe DiMaggio, something like this. You know, I've met Joe DiMaggio, but to get something like this, you got to pay for it. All right. Other than that, most of my collection, you'll see sports celebrities all for free. It's all about knowledge, information, and all that, but it's so much fun. I mean, anybody could be an autograph collector, obviously. You know, you just go online, buy what you want, which is fine. I got nothing against that, especially with baseball cards, the certified cards and all that. Those I buy myself, too. The certified from Topps, those I will buy. Not that many. You know, here and there I buy some. But if you collect that, that's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. If you collect in the mail, through the mail, that's fantastic. I got nothing against anybody the way anybody collects. But as far as being an in-person collector, it's very different. Very, very different. Like I said, I don't have huge pockets, so I couldn't afford half the things that I got in my collection. I couldn't afford most of the things I have in my collection. All right? You have big pockets, you buy anything you want. And again, I have nothing wrong with that. You worked for it. You earned it. That's fine. But the satisfaction level, it's just not the same. You know, you don't have that adrenaline going when you go up to somebody in person and you say, "Can I have your autograph?" It's exciting, you know, and you have no story. You know, there's no story behind buying an autograph. It's, you know, I have a million stories behind it. I have a story behind every one of my in-person autographs. And what more, who's better than to tell them than the Baseball King, right? You love my stories, I think. But, you know, it's 100% real, what I got. That's another factor. You know what you got is real. You also get a photo opportunity with the celebrity or the athlete or whoever you get in the auto. You know, if you're alone, it's quiet, it's not crowded. You're going to get that photo opportunity. And best of all, it is free. All right. That you got to invest maybe in a photo to get signed or things like that. But even now you could just print it off your own printer. I mean, I got my printing quality is just like anybody else's that I could pay in the store for. You know, go to a show and buy a baseball photo. I print it all online now, anything. So you could do all that, save a lot of money and all that. And baseball cards, if you want to get those signed, that's great. You know, but anyway, I'm going to start off. I'm going to show you why I am the number one in-person autograph collector on YouTube. Nobody's even close. I can't find another channel. There's nothing similar. There's nothing close. There's people who will show their collection and, you know, one video. You got 20, 30 autographs. One, you know, I got tens of thousands, so I can't do that in one video. I need years, and this is why I'm here to, you know, show that. And I need you guys' support. While I got your attention, do I have your attention? Like the video, please. Pass it on to somebody else, please. I need help with the YouTube algorithm. I'm not getting the impressions pushed out. And I don't know why it is. YouTube doesn't tell you nothing. It just happens. It happens to a lot of channels. But it's happening to me. So I want more people to push this out. I mean, meanwhile, we're still here. Still making contact, and I'm not going nowhere. So you, my regular customers, my regular viewers, customers, nobody's paying me nothing, and I don't intend to get paid. I will not get monetized. This will not be a monetized channel. I'm not looking for money, so that's why I'm not asking for likes. These other guys ask for likes and all that to boost up their channel so they can get paid. I don't want a penny from this channel. If I make any money ever, it's going to go to my grandkids or something. I'm not, and I'm never will. I'm going to be unmonetized. You could check off a box on there, I think so. Anyway, enough of me. Let's show you why I'm number one, okay? By far and away, and nobody's close. I'm going to start off with celebrities first because I usually start off with the sports. We're going to do it backwards this time. We're going to do it a little differently. I'm going to start off with a big one, a huge one right off the bat. No, we're not playing games here. I'm telling you, we're not playing games. Big names only, okay? Big names only, all right? First up, we have none other than the great Julie Andrews, okay? No, I mean, that's a pretty good start, right? There's a certification. I know it's real, but, you know, I got a few of these. Did I get some certified just to, I may sell them one day, you know? I got multiple. So if I got more than one or something, what am I going to do more than one? And one's enough, right, for a collection. I'm just a collector. You've got the glare in here, but there's nothing I can do about that. We're just going to hold it back a little further. But Julie Andrews, all right, we're going to go through this quick. I'll be here forever. I'm telling you guys, got a lot of stuff to show you. Next up, here's a nice one. None other than Dean Martin. All right. Certification. Dean Martin, I don't have to explain him, right? Like I said, we're going through this. quick because we want to show a lot of stuff. All right, and like I said, nothing but big names. How am I doing so far? 2 for 2? How about 3 for 3? It's Stallone. It's Rocky. Certification. I don't have to show you the certification, do I? They're mine, so I don't. It's got the JSA sticker on it too, but it's all real. This is all in person. Remember, in person. I didn't nothing. This is all free, okay? Except for the photos, which are like $3 at the time. I didn't have a printer at the time, so I had to purchase photos. It was a photo store in Manhattan. It had everything. You just name it. If not, they would just print it out for you. So it was very, very great place for photos, but you had to pay for them at the time. $3, whatever. So $5, nothing more than that. Here's a huge one, all right? You ready? Bam! Clint Eastwood. And that looks like it's from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that famous movie of his with the letter, of course. All right? Like I said, I'm here to show you guys why I'm number one, okay? All right. You guys know this movie, of course. It's the 10 Commandments. It's Charlton Heston. Look at that, beautiful. He knew just where to sign. He didn't sign it down. He put it right up there. Moses, of course, the 10 Commandments. Here's a legendary. I'm talking legendary actor now. This is legend. If you guys know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But Gregory Peck. That's a big name, guys. You know, big name, big name. You know, ask your father, mother, your grandparents, whoever. They'll know who he is. That's a huge. Trust me, it's a huge name. If you don't know, if you know, you know. There's another huge name, and unfortunately passed away early. None other than Robin Williams. He signed on the dark spot there, but you could see it there. That's fine. You know, he could have signed it up here, but you know, I got Robin Williams many times. This is when I got certified because this is from Mrs. Doubtfire. His, popular movie, not his best movie, most popular, I think, with the kids anyway. Everybody knows Robin Williams. He's a funny guy. So I'm going through the funny guys right now. It looks like I'm going through a comedian. That's what I'm doing. I tried to legendary the comedian. So I got another big comedian here, a huge name. George Carlin. This guy was, you go back to the 60s, he was like, with his dirty, he had a dirty mouth on him, put it that way. And it got laughs, of course. The more you curse, the more you laugh. But you weren't allowed to curse back then on TV or on radio or even on the stage and screen or whatever. But he got away with it, and that's what made him famous. And he was just out funny. He was a funny guy, Next up, I just got an index card of this guy. That's all I got is an index card. Look, I got a lot of index cards. I'll show you. Look how many index, I'll show. I got a stack. This is a stack of just index cards, just signed by whomever. I don't even know who half of these are. I mean, I'll look at them, I'll know. I'm just, like I said, it's one. I mean, it's all they are. And I'll just show. They're all signed. This is all signed. So this is for when you see a celebrity and you don't have nothing. So you have an index card. I always kept one. Being in Manhattan, you always ran into celebrities, always. You got to keep your eye out because you're not going to notice them if you're not looking. And we're always on the lookout. And spotted so many over the years. But this was a big one. I was waiting for somebody else, and this guy showed up. So you always had, that's why I had to be ready. It was Chris Farley. That's right, Chris Farley. I did not have anything else to sign with, but Chris Farley. I mean, that's about... one of my most expensive autographs, believe it or not, because he passed away so young. He didn't sign that many, I guess, over the years, Here's another funny guy. Master of ceremonies at the Academy Awards many times. Billy Crystal. Who doesn't love Billy Crystal? Baseball fans all know Billy Crystal. Comedians all know Billy Crystal. Here's maybe the funniest lady on television, other than Lucille Ball, which they claim to fame was the best, the funniest. But I think this woman had a great show all those years. Carol Burnett. And she's wonderful to meet in person. I was going to put up any photos I got with people. Whatever I got, I find. A lot of them I have, but I might not have them available to put on right now. So, Carol Burnett's wonderful, right? Milton Berle. Legend. Milton Berle. Now, if you don't know Milton Berle, look him up, please. This guy was the #1 comedian through the 1950s, through the 60s. He was the big shot. He was Uncle Milty. Well, I have one when I get up too, right? There's another funny guy. Well, depending on you love him or you hate him, there's no in between, all right? No in between. Howard Stern, of course. That's just who he was back in the day, but he's actually a good family guy with his wife. He doesn't cheat on his wife, nothing like that. But he's just, he's outrageous. He was outrageous. He was the first shock jock to come around. Now it's a common thing. Everybody wants to imitate him, but there's no imitating Howard Stern, All right. Hey, ladies, we got some ladies for you. All right, some big name ladies. All right, like I said, this is only a big name show, guys. I'm not giving you nothing but big names, and I think I have, right? Have you seen any You haven't seen any B-list names, right? Nope, not in this show. Not here. This is why I have to be number one. I got to prove it right now on this show. So you come back again and you like and subscribe, and you're going to keep doing that for me, right? Even if you haven't, do it now. Like them. I don't look. I watch a lot of videos too. I don't like most of them. These guys got 10,000 views, 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 views. They don't need my view, but yet they do, you know, because every view helps. But they're monetized, so their views really matter. My views is just to get people to watch. Check out this first one. This is like every guy's dream girl back in the 70s. Her poster was up on everybody's wall except mine. I didn't. But I could have. I didn't. You know, I thought that was a little weird. I never did posters like that, women. I had Sports Illustrated posters on my walls, I swear to God. Farrah Fawcett, of course. Lovely, gorgeous, you know. I mean, passed away way too young. JSA, of course. But you don't need to see the JSA, do you? I don't know. Raquel Welch, another bombshell. This was a bombshell. From the 60s, 70s, she was the number one woman by far. She was the most beautiful woman, you know. She was in that movie, I don't know the name of it, but this was a famous movie. She was in a bikini, and we go, whoa, look at this girl in bikini in the 60s was really, you know, people went just to see that. So Raquel Welch, a bombshell, they call her. Here's a current bombshell, not as famous as Raquel Welch, but she's made a name for herself. Everybody knows her. You all love her in that show if you watched it. I never watched it. At least I won't admit to watching it. No, I never did. It's Pamela Anderson. All right? Big name. Still a big name. Here's a huge name, ladies. For the ladies, Sharon Stone. I mean, come on. That's huge. Sharon Stone, we all love her, of course. Remember again, these are all in person. Nothing through the mail. Nothing through buying. I didn't purchase none of this. This is all my personal collection. In-person autographs. Gwyneth Paltrow. Nice. I mean, she's done a million movies, you know, in the last 30 years, and fantastic. One after another. Like I said, this is all the ladies in a row here. Oh, we have another huge star. It's, Cruz. What's her? You know who she is. Jeez, I drew a blank on her name, but we all know who she is. Thank you. Salma Hayek. Yeah, I can read the name. I just didn't place the face for a second. It's Salma Hayek. Gee, so you got, you know, when you get so many or something, and you get to my age, you just forget a little bit. Now everybody loves this guy for some reason. I never watched one movie. I'm not into it. I couldn't stand the movies. Not into it at all. But it's a huge autograph, so I had to get it. It's none other than Star Wars fame, Mark Hamill. So if you're a Star Wars fan, it's for sale. All right. This is a pretty hefty price, Mark Hamill. I don't know why. I guess the Star Wars films, but he's still around signing, so he still does shows and conventions and things. But another huge name we got going on here. Oh yeah, it's a big one. It's the Joker, Jack Nicholson. I told guys, only big names. And here's another big one. Ready? This is a huge one. Say hello to my little friend. It's Al Pacino, of course. Certified. Oh, here's another. This guy's been on TV for a TV legend. He's been on TV for like since the 70s. Still on one show after another. He just got one show after another because he's that good, and the women love him, and they love his mustache. It's Tom Selleck, and he was so nice in person. I mean, this guy was just phenomenal. Some people are just phenomenal. Like this next guy too, phenomenal in person to meet. Ray Liotta talked up a storm, so pleasant to meet. You know, just amazing. I don't know, you know, was that Joe Jackson? I'm not sure which character he played, but I didn't see the movie in how many years? Wow, since it came out, so I gotta watch that movie again. John Travolta, big name, I'm telling you guys, big names only. JT, John Travolta, right up the side there. This is one of several I have. Like I said, this is not just one of these. These like I got a lot of these in duplicate, especially this guy too. I got him several times, but I wanted to show him only because of the photo I had on the back with this. It's Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, not the biggest star of all time, Jurassic Park-wise he is. I mean, that's a huge franchise. But on the back, I had an interesting photo that I took with him and Laura Dern, who he was dating at the time. And then I took a photo, got it developed, seen them the next time, and then got him each to sign it. So, you know, something like that I thought was pretty cool. No, you know, it's just my collection, of course. Here's some big names, more big names. Oh, my God. I love this guy. He was great back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. He's one movie after another. I mean, nobody loves this guy like more than I do. This guy's great. Burt Reynolds, of course. Great actor. He goes back to the 60s, 50s, did Western movies, Twilight Zones, all kinds of. He was just a character actor until he broke out. And boy, did he break out in a big way. Another huge guy. Oh, man, this case. We all know him. We all love him. Sometimes we'd like to be him. All right. We'd love to just emulate his character just for one day if we could. It's none other than, especially living here in New York, it's Charles Bronson. All right. Death Wish fame, of course, many other movies. Charles Bronson, what a great actor. What a great, Death Wish movies. Those are great. And other movies too, of course, but that's what it's famous for. Oh, here's another special lady who died way too young. Well, no, she wasn't that young, but just beautiful still, and looked like she was way too young. She might have been in her 70s. It's Suzanne Summers. It's a legendary TV actress. She was Three's Company. And she did a lot. Of course, the gym, the workout videos, of course. See my mind. The workout videos, she's famous for all that still later in her years, Another huge name. No, if you know him, you love him. If you don't know him, you should know him. And you watch his shows, they still rerun them all the time. It's the great Peter Falk, Columbo in his Columbo outfit. And something, this is like just such a popular photo out there, everyone loved Columbo. Next up, it's got some singers here, a couple of singers, why not? Teen Idols, it's David Cassidy, of course. David Cassidy also died, fairly young. There's a certification. Very nice to meet in person. Next up, that's a huge name. Huge name. Eric Clapton. I mean, come on. I know you love Clapton. Who don't? If you don't know Clapton, come on, guys. Really? Seriously? Look him up. Young guys out there, you youngsters out there. All right, we'll keep going with a couple more musicians. It's a two-sided. Look at that. Two-sided, like the shirts used to be. Two-sided. It's not a replica. This is both different certifieds, and this is Olivia Newton-John, of course. I have about 10 times. She was just amazing. She was just so good, really. Another big name, of course. Tommy, Can You Hear Me? It's Roger Daltrey. And you can see I got so many Roger Daltrey. He's another one. Just so good. Recent one, Brian Wilson just passed away. You can see he has the Beach Boy album somewhere back there. Whoops, somewhere right in the middle of my head right there. All right. I'm pointing at the camera. It doesn't make sense. Brian Wilson. Another huge name. Who doesn't love Aerosmith? And its lead singer, Tyler Steven, of course. All right, we got a couple of models, too. Why not, right? Part of our autograph collecting, right? Like I said, I got everybody. It don't matter. You're a model, you're a singer, you're an actress. It don't matter. Look at this one here. That's a nice one. It's Rebecca Romaine. Nice, sexy photo for you guys out there. There's people who only want photos like this of her in a bikini. So there's collectors out there for everything. They'll pay a premium for that, believe it or not. And this one, look at this. Just look at this autograph. Just look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this autograph. Try to do that. All right, when you sign your autograph, be proud of it. Christy Brinkley, one of the most gorgeous women in the world, and one of the greatest autographs. I mean, is that one of the best autographs you've ever seen? I mean, seriously, just so good. All right, that's the celebrity portion of our show. We're going a little long here, so we'll try to speed it up, but not too fast because I don't want to speed through it. But we'll get to the sports stuff now. I've been doing sports. That was my main collection before I did celebrities. I was doing sports for many years. I did the shows, waited on lines for many years. Like I said, $10, $5, $6 autographs. So those are in person, of course. And I've done cards over the years. I've done, oh man, I'll show you. This is just one of my 500, 800 count boxes I shared of. This is full with autographs. Everything is autographed here. Now I'll just pull out what I got on top. I don't even know what's on top, but I'll show you real quick. Let's see what I got here. Oh, look at that. I got two Whitey Fords to start it off. This is when I went to his house. I went to Whitey Ford's house. That's a story for another day. That's, but there's two Whiteys. Alrighty. We have a Mel Allen. Look at that. Mel Allen on a Yankee schedule. I got Mel Allen on a ball also, but like I said, just finding what's in this box here. Mel Allen was really nice to meet. If you don't know Mel Allen, I think you do. We have another one here. It's, Bill Buckner. Two Bill Buckners. Very nice. Bill Buckner. Okay, next up we got the first DH ever, Ron Blomberg. Like I said, it's just random. I don't even know what I got in this box here. Oh, look who it is. It's the famous Louis Tiant, who has been known to be known as Louis Taint to some of the, if you know, you know, okay? But two of those. Okay, next up was a big name, big name. Let's see, it's not another Reggie Jackson. All right. in person. These are all, what I'm showing you is all in person for free. None of this was paid for. This is all free. This, whoops, I just hit the camera. Whoa, I just threw you guys. Whoa, what did I do? Oh. Okay, I'm back. Just a little technical hitting the camera and knocking it over, but that was okay. Everything's alive. We're alive. Okay. Brooks Robinson, this I bought online. $10. It was crazy. When I see something so low like that, I gotta buy it. Like I said, this is a tops. So things like that I'll buy if I see it very low. Oh, Barry Larkin. In person, of course. Oh, he's a good one. Wow. It's the kid. Gary Carter. Got carried many times. Oh, man, so nice. Really, I mean, you can't get better than Gary Carter as a person. Next up, we have, this is legendary. It's legendary. Right, a couple of, Jim Cott right here, too. This is another one I bought online. Because it's like $6. Jim Cott, it's still a Hall of Fame. I don't care. So I bought this because like I told in the previous video, I like the floating heads. I've always liked the floating head. And who else was in that box? Last but not least, it's Mr. Perfect. Don Larson, of course. Of course. That one game gave him life on the autograph circuit till he passed away, pretty much. He could sign for the rest of his life and make money just on that one game. Because the rest of his career was not very, Hall of Fame-like or worthy. Really nothing noteworthy. So let's get to some baseball. We showed you already this medallion. I got a lot of these. I love this collection. I'm working on this for years. And you get them one at a time pretty much when they get elected. I collect everything from starting lineups like the Steve Carlton here. I also have, I got one other one here, Homie Killebrew. So I've gotten those signed over the year. I got magazines signed over the years. I mean, I got so much stuff. Baseballs, like I said, it's every Hall of Fame baseball guy I pretty much have on a ball. I can't show you all that in one video. So let me just show you some more legend, because this is legendary, and this is why I'm number one. We're going to continue that theme here, right? Okay. Barry Bonds starts us off. I mean, some people may love him or hate him, but don't matter. The accomplishments are there. Steroids are not, right? Joe Willie. I mean, come on, Joe Willie Namath, one of the greatest in New York sports history and in football history. Just the name itself, back in the 60s, he dominated the headlines. It was all about Joe Namath. So, and pretty much that's what the merger was all about. Joe Namath was a big factor in that merger. Read about it. Next up, we showed this in the last video. We made a whole video on this. Hulk Hogan, he passed away last week. Beautiful, right? I mean, like I said, it's just unfortunate. There's some other big names we got. We'll go through them one at a time real quick. Willie Stargell. And like I said, all inscribed, too. I got a lot of these, all with the inscriptions, because that's important to me. Back then, I always asked for the inscriptions, all right? That was one of my themes, And they didn't charge extra, of course. Here's Willie McCovey, the HOF. Eddie Matthews, another great one. Inscribe what I got on here. HOF, and it's 41 homers. I think led the league, something like that. Like I said, I just had a little something for everybody. Billy Williams, Hall of Fame 87, Rookie of the Year, 61. Like I said, this is just, I just found this in an envelope. I'm just going through quick. This isn't my collection, okay? This is just a drop of a tenth of a tenth. Catfish Hunter, Hall of Fame with the induction with the date on there. And oh, perfect. 5'8", 67. Pitched the perfect game. Alrighty. There's another big one. Dave Winfield, 12-time All-Star, 7-time Gold Glove right there. Like I said, big name only, guys. Here's a huge one. It's Ernie Banks, HOF with the year and his home run total. It's the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford, HOF 74. Again, I went to Whitey Ford's house. Got to see that video. I didn't make it yet. Well, watch when I do. All right. It's the legend himself, just passed away, Ricky Henderson, and 130 in 1982. How's that for an inscription? All right. How many people have that inscribed on a photo with him, Ricky? Try to buy this. You ain't finding it. As I'm saying, there's little rare photos because of the inscriptions, all right? It's Hall of Famer Ted Williams, one of the greatest hitter of all time. I mean, who was better? Hitter only. My second favorite player after the Mick retired, Homie Killebrew, with his career homers. Alrighty, a couple more. We have a couple of Brave pitches coming up. It's Smoltzy, a couple of new ones. Like I said, I have everybody. This was not at shows. This was free by the ballparks, outside the ballpark. I didn't even go to the game. I didn't pay for a ticket. Why pay for anything when you can get it for free? Like I've been telling you guys. Greg Maddux, of course, nice one right there. Oh, hey, we'll end it off with we'll end off the baseball guy part of the show with our legend Sandy Koufax. What did he write on it? Cy Young MVP 63 and Hall of Fame 72. How many have that inscription, right? So, like I said, you got to pay for all this now. Koufax is pushing 90 now. How many more shows is he going to be doing? Get him while you still can, guys. Get him while you can. Oh, look, last but not least, hey, he getting it there. Oh, it's two-sided too, by the way. It's two-sided Mike Tyson, which is one I did a whole video on how the time I met Mike Tyson, so go watch that one too. But like I said, this is all free. Majority of it, because like I said, these are all in-person autographs. So like I said, other than paying for the photo, all free. And you could do it. I did it. So I'm not nobody special. Anybody could do it. So it's just so much fun. Like I said, it's so much more satisfying. You got the stories behind it. It's 100% real. Don't have to know it. And like I said, big names, guys. This is why I believe, find me somebody else, I am the #1 autograph in-person collector. There's other people with autograph collections that are much bigger than mine that they paid for each one and they purchased each one wherever. That's fine. Like I said, I got no problem with that. But as far as an in-person autograph collector, I am still #1 and will be #1 until one of my friends maybe gets online because he's got a better collection than me. So check it out on the next episode of Baseball King Collectibles.